Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. Okay, so today we're sitting down again, we're chatting about new makeup releases, and I'm so excited to do it, even though the week has been a little bit slower, I think, but there are still a few exciting things that I want to talk to you about. As you all know, Samantha March is the original creator of this show, and you find her linked in the description box as well as all my sources and everything. So without further ado, let's go right into it. I'm just going to go and scooch over to the side like this, I guess, and then fire up my Instagram. Alright, so I have my file right here and we're going to go right into it. First, I want to talk about this one here, and this has been a regular every single month. BH Cosmetics is coming out with these star sign things. I really don't get it. I don't get it why they are not listening. You know what my suspicion is? That they have mapped out, like for the whole year, they have mapped out everything that they're going to release in that series. This whole, what's it called? The star signs. The star signs. I don't know how to say that because I'm totally not involved in stuff like this, so I really don't know. So this is the Taurus palette. And I don't even know what that is. So like which sign, I really, like, I couldn't care less. But again, like last month, do you remember the palette was like a very strong orange, but the only thing that was colorful in that palette was the palette itself. Everything else in the palette, the actual shades, were neutral. So now we have basically the same thing happening again here. It is a super nice green palette, the palette itself, but in the shades there is just one green. Like if you're very generous, there is like you could call it maybe a very dark olive green, but other than that, you have to be really jealous. You have to be really generous to say that. So this is such a shame. Why do they do that? And everybody is complaining, and they're not changing this, that every time 95% of the palette is neutrals. Nobody wants that, and nobody needs these duplicates all the time. So I don't understand. What I just said, I feel that they have everything planned and they're just sticking with it. And that is such a shame. I don't know what is involved, if one can like quickly change a release for the next month or something like this. Probably not. But people have been complaining for such a long time now that at least the releases that are coming out now in that series, they could have been better. You know, maybe not the first 3 or something, but this could already be better. So I really don't get it. It's such a shame. Plus, I saw on which channel was that? I think it was, who was it? Amy Loves Makeup? I think it was Amy. Yeah. She said that when she got the email from BH Cosmetics that this palette is coming up, it looked super stunning. The highlighter in the middle looked green, like a green shifted highlighter, and all the, like, at least half of the shades in the palette looked green, and this is how it really looks. So that is, first of all, it's very shady, because she was very excited when she saw that picture in that email. She was excited, she was ready to buy it because it's also affordable. Let me just check how much is that. It's like, I don't know, $14 or something like this. So so she was up for buying this, and then she checked on Instagram and she saw the actual pictures, how it really looks, and then she saw that, and that is such a shame. It's such a missed opportunity because everybody is going crazy for greens and they just missed the train again. I really don't understand. Anyway, we're moving on because we want to go to nicer things. People who actually did not miss the green train. And that is Sydney Grace. So she's coming out with this whole bundle, and it's called the Danny's Dream Bundle. It launched already on April 24th, and it will be retailing for $33. So this is very nice green shades, beautiful. Actually, there is, who was that who released the other green bundle? Oh, I can't for the life of me now not remember what we spoke about a couple of weeks ago that looked really similar to this. Can't remember now. Doesn't matter. Maybe if I manage to do it, I can maybe include the name somewhere here so you can compare them. If you want to get one green bundle, it's, you know, you could go for either this one or that one, or like splurge and get everything. I don't know, depends how passionate you are about greens. Anyway, so this is really, really pretty. It is, I think, 2 shimmers and the rest is mattes. The gradient of the shade, of the range is really, really beautiful and super, super handy when you're, you know, blending shades into each other and you have a nice range of shadows. It's really, really nice. I really, really like it. Alright, then there was actually something super exciting just for the reason that it is new. It's a new brand that will be available on Ulta, on the Ulta's website, not in Ulta stores but on the website, and it is called Ouai Beauty. Alright, so that is an unusual name. I think it is like a black owned brand, and they are actually coming out with very, very exciting stuff. So there are palettes. They are actually very, very amazing, but pretty dark palettes for like totally crunchy looks. They have bullet lipsticks, they have lip glosses, they have, what is that? It's like it's an eyeliner kind of a thing. Like they have a lot of stuff coming out, but girls, also foundation and in a lot of shade ranges. I'm gonna try to include all the pictures here. So very exciting, but girls, the prices, not drugstore at all. You know, when I saw this, I thought, well, okay, another drugstore brand, yes, okay, good. But the prices, wait, do I have prices somewhere so I can read them to you? Okay, so let me just, for example, give you the prices for the palette per palette, and they are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 shades in a palette, $44. Okay, then the matte lipsticks, $24 each. They come in 16 colors. Okay, good. Black Magic Metallic Lipstick, $26 in 6 shades. The Boss Gloss Lip Gloss, $22, comes also in 6 shades. The $22 is for one. It's not for all 6. Just saying. The liquid eyeliner, $18. Okay, so that is totally out of my range. I cannot, but it really looks beautiful. I have to admit that, and I was really excited about it because it's something new, you know. Anyway, so really like that. It's just that it's not really affordable for anyone, I guess. I don't know. Is anyone ready to pay $44 for a 10-pan eyeshadow palette? I don't know, how much money do people make? I really don't get it, because for me that is a big deal. It is a very big deal, and I would probably have to save up like for 3 months to buy that palette. Not that I'm poor or anything, but I'm trying to be responsible, sort of, you know. And of course I have a big family and I have expenses that are more important than makeup. So I don't know, $44 for 10 shadows. Ugh. I just ordered my, oh, I have to update you on this one. I just put down my first order with Beautybay. First ever, super excited about it, and I did order, and I'm going to try to include the pictures of those 2 palettes that I ordered right here. I ordered the Beautybay palette, Beautybay ENY or something. This one, super beautiful. I watched tutorials with when this palette was being used on YouTube, and it was absolutely stunning. I loved it, and these are, I think, like 42 shadows for $20. Okay, so that is something that makes way more sense for me, you know, and the pans themselves are smaller and you get way more, and give me big palettes, you know. I want everything. I have no desire to limit myself to 10 shadows, because then I need to buy at least another of their palettes, or you know, to have a little bit more variety, and then we're already at $88. So that you know. Okay, next, the other palette that I bought is from Colored Rain. So this is the Vivid Pigments palette from Colored Rain, and I have been eyeing this palette for almost a year. For almost a year, I am drooling after this palette, and it was, at some point, it was on sale. It was like 20% off or 30% off for some reason. I don't remember why. And at that point, I couldn't buy it because I just couldn't. And that was such a shame because I think it was down to $35 and now it's back to the normal price at $50, which is a lot. But first of all, I wanted this palette from the second I got into YouTube. The second I got into YouTube, I wanted this palette. And this is such a long time favorite. Plus, it's a new brand for me to try out, which is super exciting. So Beautybay brand and also the Colored Rain is the first time for me. And I just want to try to bring new things, new brands, new stuff that I have not worked with yet into my channel and into my life. Because I have a life besides my channel. So yeah, so I'm super excited about that, and it is on the way to me, so it's just gonna take another like 2-3 months till it gets here, but I'm just super excited that I finally I'm gonna have this in my life. And I think this is how it should be, you know, with stuff that you've been eyeing and you've been sort of probably building it up inside, like in my mind, to some amazing out of this world kind of a thing. But okay, I know this is gonna be amazing, and I'm gonna benefit so much from this to have those pigments in my collection. So this is how I want it to be. This is how I want it to be when I decide to buy something, that I really pick and choose what I want, you know, and what is the best for me and what I benefit from the most and where I get the best deal, you know. So and usually I would not buy a palette for $50 because I would really have to save up for it, and you know, I'm a very impatient person. But if something is that good and people are talking about it and it's like the reviews are so good and I've wanted it for so long, then I am ready to do it. But just once a year. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you about is from Hipdot again, and we have talked about it, I think 2 weeks ago. We had this Zion palette, if you remember, where I said that I live in Zion because Zion is another name for Jerusalem, and I live in Jerusalem, capital of Israel. So this was very exciting. So now they came out with like a brother palette or a sister palette or whatever, and it looks like this. And this is called the Cenote palette. Cenote eye palette. And I think cenotes are like caverns or something that are like underground, water filled, beautiful kind of. It's again like archaeological, like the theme, because also the Zion palette was according to like the Zion National Park or something like that. So of course it was not named after my city. I'm aware of that, but okay. So anyway, the Zion palette was in like very warm sunset colors, and this is now a more cool, like a half cool toned, half warm toned palette, half neutral, half colorful, which is super exciting for people who go like half and half. And even for me, I've been trying to include a little bit more neutral looks or to combine it a little bit more, and I have actually been feeling so funny because I was always coming down hard on this, you know, neutral looks with a pop of color, but I know that it is super popular in like 80% of the people. So in order to just have a little bit more for everybody, I'm doing it once in a while, and I'm actually not hating it. So because I get so many compliments when I'm wearing neutral looks, people saying you look so young and you look so fresh and your eyes pop, and you know, it's so funny. But I do understand, because a lot of people, when I'm wearing looks like this outside in my normal life, I know that people think whoa, but they cannot relate to it in the sense of they want to wear it, or it speaks to them maybe from a perspective that it is something new that you don't see all the time in like your normal life, but they don't necessarily relate to it as I want to hire you as my makeup artist, you know. So anyway, so I'm trying to go once in a while into a neutral look and also post neutral looks once in a while, just to serve like a bigger community sort of. Anyway, so this is the palette. It retails for $25.50. Only if you use their code, their Hotfire code. The regular price is $30, and it is really pretty. I like it a lot. I also like the design on the palette, which is secondary to me. It's not the most important thing, the packaging and stuff, but it looks really beautiful, just as the first palette that we spoke before about was also really pretty. Okay, the next thing is from Kylie Cosmetics, and she's coming out with all kinds of brow products, and it looks like this. And I actually, it's so funny because this week I've been trying to shop for brow products for myself. I will probably, like, I could not buy this because I'm actually, I don't know if you noticed, I switched up my brows look different. They used to be much darker and much starker, like much more, you know. And I'm trying to be a little bit more soft, a little bit more subdued, and still do them nicely, but not as dark and as harsh, right? So anyway, and I just bought a eye pencil from L'Oreal. I'm just trying stuff out, and listen, L'Oreal here is a drugstore brand, of course, like everywhere, but it is expensive. Everything here in this country is super expensive. So I could have probably ordered something from Kylie online and have paid the same price, just that I will have to pay for shipping and also customs when it comes into the country. So everything really adds up like crazy. Anyway, with all that being said, I'm trying to switch up my brow routine, and that's why I actually, you know, looked at this, because otherwise I'm more into colorful palettes and pigments and all of that, obviously. So anyway, so she is coming out. Wow, I'm so chatty today. Getting off the track all the time. Anyway, so she's coming out with brow gels and brow highlighters and brow powder duos, and yeah, so it's all like $16. Each item of those is $16, and it looks nice. I think the second one to the right of these powder duos looks really nice. It's like a cool taupe kind of powder duo, which I really like, and I think this is very universal. If you're not a woman of color, of course, if you're fair-skinned, then taupe is a very universal eyeshadow color that really fits most people, or most people can make it work for them. But yeah, anyway, so this is what she came out with. The next thing I wanted to share with you is from l.a.girl, and they are coming out with 2 palettes, and they look like this, and these are the Hot Heat collection. Okay, so it's the Aloha Vibes and the Vacay Everyday palette. So there are 16 shades, highly pigmented, different finishes between mattes and shimmers. One is a little bit more, again, the sunset kind of a look, which is very popular during the summer. The other one is like a half warm, half cold palette with like teal and purple. Overall, I think they look very good. Yeah, like I don't want to knock it. It's nice palettes, and they retail for $18 each, and it is already live, so in case you're interested. The next thing is from the Collective Cosmetics, and I just really, when I saw this picture, I loved it so much. It looks like this. This is their new collection of color shifters. So I thought this looks so amazing, and when you see the swatches, I'm going to try to include them too. You see that there is like a shift to those colors. But first and foremost, when I saw this first picture here, I thought, wow, the intensity of these shadows is so amazing. I just loved it. They are so vibrant and so deep somehow. I'm sorry for the lack of words to describe this, but I really, I just thought that this is such a vibrant collection, and I loved it. So that's why I wanted to show you this. The next thing is, Ouai Beauty or Ouai Beauty is coming out with a new palette, and they're not even sneak peeking it, they're just showing us the outer packaging, and it looks like this. And this is the palette that they're gonna call, wait, it's the Oceanic palette, I think. Is that what it's called? Yes, the Oceanic palette, and they're sort of implying that it is gonna be a green and blue palette. So jumping on the green and blue train, and that's fine, because this is what we need. This is what is wanted right now. So they're being smart if this is really what they're doing, and it's not just words, you know. So I really hope that it is gonna be a green and blue palette. It would be really lovely. And I have heard that that bundle that they came out at the beginning of the year was like four palettes. Well, what was that bundle called? I don't remember. Anyway, it's the Paradise collection. I think it was the Paradise collection, and people were a little bit iffy with the quality of the shadows, that they were a little bit thin and they didn't blend too well, or they didn't build on each other too well. And I have heard, I have no proof, I don't know, but I have heard that for this release now they switched the formula a little bit, or they adjusted the formula a little bit. So I really hope so, and this would be definitely a contender once we see how it looks, obviously, what I could see myself buying. Yeah, I would. Exciting. All right, then there is Touch of Glam Beauty, and I feel I have talked about Touch of Glam Beauty so much recently. I can't even believe it, you know. Anyway, so they're coming out with this. And this is their newest iridescent transformer topper multi-shifter shades. So this is like 3 shades from, it's each shade from the top down. It's like their shifts, you know. So this is really pretty. I don't, Ortoir, they're calling this collection, they named it after the bioluminescent river. I don't know, I guess there's a river that is called Ouai. Each of them retails for $13.50, and it's released already. It released on April 28th, so it's already live. Beautiful, beautiful, very much like it so much. Then we have a release from Glam, which is a bronzer. A terracotta bronzer, and I thought it was so special because it is in this wooden case, and it looks so nice. The bronzer itself, okay, so they have this golden and kind of peachy element in there, which is pretty, but of course it's gonna rub off, so you don't really need this. But it was special, and I really liked it. It was sort of romantic, rustic, but still high-end. I don't know. I think it's a very smart combination of all the good things. So anyway, so this is how it looks, but now fasten your seatbelts. It retails for $67. $67. Okay, I can feed my family for like 4 days for that money, so it's not gonna happen, but I just wanted to show you because I do think it looks really pretty. And if you're very rich and you're looking for a bronzer and this happens to be your shade that you need, a lot of ifs, then that might be your thing. Okay, next thing is from Colourpop. Colourpop. Wow. Next thing is from Colourpop, and they are coming out with another collection in collaboration with Makeup Shayla, and this is like round 2 of that, and it's the Proceed with Caution palette or collection. What is it called? It's the... There are blushes. Okay, let's start with that. There are blushes. Whistle while you work. That's so funny. Whistle while you work. There is the Proceed with Caution palette, retails for $12. The blushes, I forgot to say, it's $8. There are 2 lip bundles. They are $12 each. It's lippy pencils, $6 each. They're ultra satin liquid lipsticks, $7 each. Yeah, so all kinds of stuff. The palette itself, let me just show you. Right, I'm gonna show you this picture. Okay, good. The palette itself is of course very neutral, a bit crunchy and dark, but still it's a neutral palette with a pop of yellow, which I find extremely boring. Just wanted to mention it to you because it's from Colourpop, and I guess price wise that might be a collection that maybe more people would consider buying. So anyway, if you like looks like this, and it's like very warm and summery still, you know, so there's nothing wrong with it. It's just for me it's too boring, and I don't need those shadows because I have those shadows in other palettes. So anyway, if you like something like this, then this is what it is. Okay, the next thing I wanted to mention is from Alien Cosmetics, and it is the Summer on Earth palette. First of all, the name is so cool, considering that it's Alien Cosmetics, right? But Summer on Earth, and this is how it looks, and it is so beautiful. It is super beautiful. I think the whole concept of this green and yellow, it's not really a yellow, it's more like a greenish yellow. It's like there is a mix between the yellow and the green. Anyway, so, and the blue and the purple, I think it's amazing. Super, super pretty. I know that a lot of people were super excited in the new makeup releases world that I've been following. But there is this thing that there are like 3 shades in this palette that are pressed glitters. And I think with that, they've ruined it for a lot of people, because people don't want to buy a 9-pan eyeshadow palette and then only use six shadows out of that palette. So anyway, I think I could live with the glitter. It's not my preference in a palette. I like my glitters loose and I don't work so much with glitters that I want to have it in a palette. I would prefer if it would be shimmers or metallics or even satins or something. I would prefer that way more, and I think people would go crazy if that was the case. Yeah, anyway, so it is $30 and it looks pretty. It looks super, super stunning. So I hope they make a killing with this, because it's so, so pretty. Then, of course, I think the biggest release of this week in the makeup world, not for me personally necessarily, but in general, is from Hallberg Cosmetics, and it's this spectral palette right here. It's very, very pastel-y kind of a palette, and I personally don't think it is that super special. I've seen other palettes recently that are much nicer, I think. It is also pretty expensive. Wait, do I have a price? I really don't know. I can't find the price, but I think I heard someone say it was like $59 or something. So I know that Hallberg is very, very expensive, like what I consider expensive. Okay, this is all just my opinions anyway. I would not get this. I don't know. It's very big pans. It gives me just 8 shadows, and then I'm supposed to pay like $50 plus. It's not gonna happen. I would feel cheated. You know, these shadows could be made out of gold. It's still just eyeshadows, you know. So I don't fall for this, really. I don't. So it is nice enough. I'm not knocking it. It's nice, but for me, I would not get it, and not gonna happen. All right. Then, is there anything else? Yeah, one more thing I wanted to mention from Emby Boutique, because I really wanted to like not talk about it, because I'm talking about her all the time and sort of feels like we have a deal or something, but we don't. It's just that she released this. Really? After the green palette that you saw the other day, now we have this blue palette. It's the Mermaid palette. It's available on Etsy. It's so beautiful. I just can't even believe it. It's not really just blue. It's also those mint greens and a little bit of like olive greens, and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And as you know, I love her formula. You can work so well with this. I just, wow, when I saw this, and I even commented on the picture and I said, girl, you're killing me. I can't take it anymore. Anyway, so that is the Mermaid palette from Emby Boutique. All right, so let me just go back to the center. Front and center, and let's see what were my fails. Well, my fails for this week is definitely BH Cosmetics. That was my fail, and that's so weird because I really love BH Cosmetics. I love their formula. I love that they are more affordable. I love them. You know, it's not that like I'm not hating on them. It's just that this series every single month gets me riled up, because I just don't understand. They're not listening. They're not listening to the people, and that really, I don't like that. Then I actually think that the Ouai, I really don't know how to pronounce this, Roma Beauty, this new brand that I mentioned, those eyeshadow palettes look really, really nice. Now, I said already that it's not affordable enough for me to splurge on like a lot of palettes, you know, because I would want to have 3 of them. I don't want to just to have one, you know. I would want to have like a big selection and everything. Anyway, but they look really, really nice, especially the one with the green and yellow is super, super pretty. So Anyway, that was that. What is another highlight? Oh, the Collective Cosmetics was really, really beautiful. There was like the pigmentation of those shadows I thought was super, super amazing. So that was definitely one of my favorites this week. Then I'm very much looking forward to the Ace Beauté palette once they reveal how it's gonna look. I'm very excited about that one as well. The highlighters of Touch of Glam Beauty were amazing. And of course the Alien Cosmetics palette. Okay, so a lot of favorites this week. And let me know what you think. I'm putting my phone down. I'm cramping up. Anyway, so I loved this, and I hope you did too. And if you did like the video, then give it a like. And if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to make my channel grow a little bit more, just a little bit or a lot. Anyway, I would love to have you here and just join people to this tribe, and I think that would be great. So besides that, I'm going to see you next time here for my next video, which is gonna be, is it gonna be tomorrow? I think it's gonna be tomorrow. So I'll see you here tomorrow. I love you so much, and go ahead and sparkle. The hugs and kisses. Bye.